Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
NANI?
Okay, I could have done this a lot easier. Where is not my eraser tool? Where's my color tool? Boop, 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 boop. All right, now we need to start thinking about details because all the base colors are done. Not all of them. We have, where's the green at? We got a few places that gold needs to be inserted. And I had such a boring color palette design when I came with this. While Key does have a very quirky design, like Key wears whatever she wants. It doesn't have to match. But also with that, I have noticed that like I wasn't creative enough when I first thought of her design. Like when you have someone who has a distinct art style, you don't show it by like dressing them or dressing them down. You gotta kind of let them flare, for better or worse. Like for better or worse, you gotta make sure that they flare. And if you don't, then you're doing them a disservice, I think. So that's what we're trying to fix here. And then we can go, actually I did this backwards, so let's go here first. It's always good to superpose your colors first. Actually, I can still fix it, so that's fine. Boom. And that just makes it look like that glow. There's a little bit more there. A little bit more, but not much. You rarely see Key's ears in any photo. And if she does, she always has some weird, eclectic thing going on. Yes, Nafi, you are the most engaged, and as it stands now, tomorrow or whenever I stream next, you'll be the Stranger Danger Award winner. I don't change it in real time, then I would spend more time changing the chat name than I would this. So for tomorrow, if Leafy doesn't beat you in your commenting, you will hold on. Nafi, you are the front runner. Nafi is so competitive. Nafi's the only one brave enough in the house to fight me. She's the littlest one, always trying to fight me. How long does it take me to draw? So like, I guess, like for a picture like this, this took me from beginning to end probably 10 hours. Like from the moment I drew it to the very end, like 10 hours. But like pictures like this, a comic book panel like this, there's a lot, because like the one you're looking at to the right is actually a completed one. So this is the rough draft, right? Let's go here. Let's go back here real quick to the gaming one. Let's pull back up the tabs. That is like a scene. So from that I was able to get let's go here, boom, let's go here real quick. Let's see, because I want to kind of give you a good comparison. So this is actually one scene before, I think 2 scenes before actually. I think this might be it. Yeah, this is it. So that scene you're looking at up here. So let's go. If we're talking about this scene, right? This is that picture, right? You're seeing this up in the I guess I gotta zoom in on it. This picture, right? This picture right here. If you have this in your eye, mind of your eye, right? If you switch back over to this one, this is that picture. This is that same picture. So, keeping that in mind, this is the whole panel. The whole panel is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 panels. 13 panels have to turn into this. And obviously there's added stuff here that I can do in the comic book that I can't do while I'm drawing. Like this special effect here that makes this guy way more terrifying. This is way more intimidating than I have to make sure I know what you guys are looking at. Oh wait, you guys don't see that. I have to keep switching. I'm sorry. The man in black, the guy you see there, by comparison, he is. This is what I'm able to do in there. This is way more intimidating. This is way more, not intimidating, but like it gets to the point. Like imagine like you're hearing this story. This is a great scene. I actually really enjoy this scene. Let's talk about it a little bit. This is at a point in the story where Zemi, this is Zemi, Remy, and Demi. They're twins. This is actually based off of Nafi and Luke. Remy and Demi. Actually, not them. The older brothers and siblings are. Them. That's Yemi and Femi. But Remy and Demi could be considered my youngest brothers and sisters, because they're twins too. What is like? This is like a scene before they're crossing the street and Remy doesn't cross the street. She like freezes in the middle of the street, and she has like a little daytime terror. She's very nervous. She's a very joyful, bubbly girl, but she's very nervous. So let's read the scene as is. And Demi is very stoic. He's a boy genius, but he has very poor social skills. And Zemi being Zemi, her personality is very well defined. She's a big sister, and she likes people to know it. What is going on with you? It's just a sniff, oh nothing. And once again, you get to feel this as she lies. For the last 3 weeks, she has been having nightmares, forcing her to come sleep in my room because she says someone keeps touching her while she sleeps. This is a very jarring situation, because this is the first time you see that I'm not afraid to dive into very personal matters. And immediately, she takes the big sister role. Remy, is somebody touching you at school? Another boy? A teacher? And no. And here comes Demi with his proof. It is reassurance that this is true. He can confirm that, this isn't happening. Only in my nightmares. And I like the way that she doesn't even acknowledge that there might be a hint of supernatural things going on. She immediately deflects to some of the things that are really going on with women in the world. Like when women say that they are being abused, and people don't off top just take their word for it. And granted, everything should be vented, but these are the appropriate questions to be asking so that you can better understand the situation. Just trying to understand the situation for starters. Give me a name. What is this person's name? And just the look on her face. I hope you guys are seeing this. Yeah. The look on her face is super telling. She's getting teary-eyed about this, that this is really affecting her, that this person in her nightmares is really hindering her in the real world, because she almost got hit by a car today because she thought she saw him. She's afraid. And Zemi just wants a name to fight. And it's just that I don't know. I swear, Zemi Lola. And this is a sign of truth. Zemi's full name is Zemi Lola. This is Remy confiding. I don't know. I don't know who this person is who keeps coming. And once again, now this somber look coming from Demi. Demi's a very serious kid, a kid that rarely smiles. not entertained with her issues, and his side off comments are further proof. But this is a somber look for Demi. He's concerned. The statement is true. It isn't a person she has ever met, but based on the description she gave me, it is a man. And this is like when you start to see these handprints, because we're talking about touching a young girl, and then you see this look, the man in black. And that right there, this picture still to this day kind of sets me off, because this image came to me in a nightmare. This is what I saw in that nightmare. And as a grown-ass man, of course, I'm not scared, but I do know that, like, this is something that in my subconscious is something that's supposed to scare me. So I really enjoyed this whole thing. It's really telling about the nature of how your ideas can really take hold of you and make you scared. So like in the comic book, I can't do those special effects and those moving conversations. The conversation flows so well in the comic book, but on a panel page it's so much harder to make that flow. And obviously I could, write it and draw it in a way that it flows, but this page speaks to me, and I'm not professionally trained by no means, but it speaks to me differently. So that's the reasoning behind it. But it takes me about from those panels to this end product, that will take me about, if I did nothing but that, it'll probably take me about 3 weeks. Because you have to sit there, write it, you have to draw it, think about, like, does it actually make sense? Does it actually make sense? Does it flow? Is this a real life conversation? Something I struggle with, and why I write a lot more now, is I want to be able to make people feel part of the conversation. Like me and you are talking right now. That conversation is something that's happening between us. So, what is your feeling towards something? How does it make you? How do you react to it? Is on a personal level is a lot easier to convey to somebody if the dialogue comes off naturally. The way they talk to each other makes you believe that they have a personal relationship with each other. Makes you believe that the one thing that I'm always envious of with my younger siblings, because they're twins, is that they have that immediate person. It's not like they shun me from their group, but I know that if something is happening with one of them, and they might not be all the way open with me, that the younger brother, the other one, will confirm. And that's something that I've only experienced as an older brother. That's why I told the story from that perspective, where there is one person telling the story, but because that other person knows that I'm probably not going to believe her until I confirm it. That's something that I've only experienced as an older brother. But let's go back to that, Nafi. 10 hours, my God. I mean, it just make good use of your time, really. My promise to this group was to draw once a month. I mean, once a week for 1 hour live. Like, I still draw a lot throughout my day, but at least I'm gonna go live once. And I always try and do it Saturday morning, afternoon. 10 hours, my guy. Leafy-Wah, no, drive safely, Leafy-Wah. Don't text and drive. Why are you texting and driving right now, Leafy-Wah? If something happens to you, I'm going to lose you as a supporter. I can't have that happening. Take care of yourself. And wow, yikes, I'm slapping everybody. Nafi, Zemi. You know what? Because Nafi, I did say that if I had to pick a voice actor for Zemi, your voice does ring true to me, but I think no, because a good friend of mine's named Arba. Her voice sings true for me for Yemi and Femi. But our father's watching. Is he? How is he? Mr. is on the line. Mr. Say what's up. Or you can't say what's up. He's probably, hey, big guy in the chat. I'm looking for a big guy in the chat. Don't clip that because it's going to sound weird without context.